Let's learn history from anime. First episode is Dororo, if I say that properly, whatever. A story about two people on a journey to collect body parts, more or less. This is some spoilers in it, but nothing relevant to each detail of the show. But this info can help you better understand the story. Warning, I will butcher a lot of words because I don't know how to speak. But anyways, the background. So Osamu Tezuka wrote Dororo in the late 1960s. Manga about yokai was popular back then, so Dororo became its serialization in 1967 and was canceled in 1968. I know, right? Sad. But it was concluded in the Kita Shoten's Bokuno magazine. I can't speak. So let me give you a little rundown of the timeline. Its first serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump Sunday began on August 27, 1967, and it ended on July 22, 1968. I know, a lot of numbers, right? It was written and illustrated in the late 1960s. Its first run was 26 half-hour episodes that aired in 1969. A live-action film was made in 2007, and then the new 24-episode anime aired in 2019. You can find it on Amazon Prime or whatever your legal sites are. Cough, cough. Dororo's name was inspired by the mispronunciation of Dorobo, meaning thief. Hyakumaru means little monster. Hyakumaru is also a Rowan. I don't know how to say that properly, and I can't speak. Anyways, a Rowan is a samurai without a lord or a master during the feudal period of Japan. I mean, that's kind of cool. I bet you didn't know that. Alright, time for the history. I'll break it into parts because it's kind of a doozy. But Dororo takes place during the Sengoku period and concludes right before the Warring States period. The Sengoku period consisted of near constant civil war from 1467 to 1615. Hyakumaru, the boy with the swords for arms, is born to a daimyo, whatever. I promise, this isn't cultural appropriation, I just can't read. Which is a powerful feudal lord. They ruled most of Japan due to owning land at that point. The daimyo forged a pact with 48 demons. 48. 4 and an 8, yes. To increase wealth and prosperity. One difference between the OG and the new anime is the number of demons being downsized to 12. And the age difference, from the OG age of 9 and 14 to 16, and we can speculate 11 because Dororo was never given an age in the new anime. Now, a citation from the article below. Daimyo acted more on their own, discounting the company of their ambitious warlord neighbors. In the first episode, we see Daigo go to a temple where he meets a monk. Meets with quotations. We can assume that this monk is Buddhist. Buddhism in Japan dates back to at least 6th century CE, Common Era. Traders, missionaries, and settlers from Korea brought Buddhism along with their dealings. Soon, Buddhism was practiced by Japanese aristocrat after some bloodshed. Yes, war. But due to this, it was adopted by the emperor. Patronage of Buddhist activity was believed to bring wealth and luck. But Buddhism didn't become popular with the Japan citizens until the end of the 12th century, due to the prestige that acquired it. Like all the aristocrats and people, you know? The higher-ups. We don't know what they do. That wasn't funny. Now, when the Japanese citizens got Buddhism, it kind of evolved, or newer forms of Buddhism were unearthed, I guess. Forms like Jodoshu, meaning pure land Buddhism, and Jodo Shinshu, meaning true, pure land Buddhism. In this, every good man and woman was eligible to reincarnated into the pure land. With this came Mappo, meaning the end of Dharma. The belief that Buddhism is divided into 3 parts: true Dharma, counterfeit Dharma, end of Dharma, aka Mappo. If you want to know more about that, I don't want to make my video too long so it doesn't get interesting, but definitely go search it up. It's very interesting if you were never taught Buddhism in school. I know they don't teach anything in America. I mean, the United States, you know. Now, yokai. If you don't know what they are, do you even watch anime? The prevalence of yokai in Dororo is prevalent with many demons and spirits. Yokai are supernatural oddities of Japanese folklore. They were thought to have been absorbed into a belief system known as Shinto. Now, yokai folklore came before Buddhism migrated its way into the country. Because of these two different beliefs, Buddhism and Shinto, yokai and Buddhism were mixed, meaning they aren't their own things anymore, but they also aren't one as a whole. Just like any belief system, there are some cultural changes as well as worldly similarities. Fun fact, Japanese kami-like hachimen were no longer independent Shinto entities, but servants to Buddhas and Bodhisattva. I think I got it right. The mixture of these two beliefs can be seen in Dororo. The headless idol, Vasvata, Kanan, the saint of compassion, channels itself into the midwife and saves baby Hakumaru. The Vasvata, the Buddhist patron of children, channels itself into Hakumaru's mom. Is it Oka-chan? Yeah, Oka-chan, and raises him. And that's the end. As we can see, the influence of history in the setting of Dororo can't be looked over when trying to appreciate the two periods of history, the history it portrays and the history it was written in. Now, there's a lot more history and facts that I did not include into this, but the links in the description you can use to further your education, which I highly recommend. I learned a lot from researching for this video, and Dororo and its OG history in the 60s is just so mind-blowing to me. So I hope you like this. Stick with the series. I will make more because I have a lot of other anime that I like that has taught me some things about history, or have inspired me to go look more up about the time periods they take place in. Now, settings can always be very inspirational and very educational in stories alike. So if you read or you watch a lot, always try to look more into the settings and you'll learn a lot.